All right, let's get right into it. Today we're talking about a Korean expression that I think is just brilliant. It's for a feeling we all have, but, we don't really have one single perfect word for it in English. It's that feeling of almost. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? That little moment of suspense, of being right on the edge of something happening, but it just hangs there. Well, Korean has the perfect way to say that, and once you get it, trust me, you'll see it absolutely everywhere. This pattern's whole purpose in life is to describe that state of being on the verge of something happening, but it stalls. It's the perfect way to talk about that suspense, that hesitation. It's basically the grammar of being on the brink. So if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this phrase right here. Seeming to do something, but not quite. This is your mental shortcut. It's the core idea that's going to help you nail this pattern every time. So now that we know what it means, let's pop the hood and see how it's built, because the logic behind it is actually pretty cool. Okay, look at this example. It really shows you how it works. You have 닿을 듯, which means as if it will touch. Then you have 말 듯, which means as if it will not. And what's the final result? 안 닿아, it doesn't touch. So you're literally saying, it seems like it'll touch, it seems like it won't, and nope, it doesn't touch. It just paints this perfect picture of something getting so close and then pulling away. All right, let's get to the fun part. How you can actually use this yourself. And here's the best part. The rule is super simple. So for a verb like 가다, to go, the stem is just 가, vowel ending. So it becomes 갈 듯, 말 듯. You're hesitating. Should I go? Should I not? Same thing for 자다, to sleep, which becomes 잘 듯, 말 듯. And check out 울다, to cry. The stem already ends in that riol, so you just add the rest. 울 듯, 말 듯, on the verge of tears. And for verbs ending in a consonant, it's just as easy. Look at 닿다, to touch. The stem is tat, so you just add and you get 닿을 듯, 말 듯, almost touching. For 먹다, to eat, it turns into 먹을 듯, 말 듯. Kinda hesitating to take a bite. See? Simple. Okay, so the rules are one thing, but grammar really comes alive when you see it in action. So let's look at how you'd actually use this in some really common everyday conversations. Now this is probably the #1 most common way you'll hear and use this. Remember that feeling we talked about at the very beginning? This is it. That person's name, that movie title, it's right there, but you just can't grab it. That's 기억이 날 듯 말 듯해. It perfectly describes that frustrating tip of my tongue feeling. Here's another classic. Picture this. The sky gets all dark and cloudy. You maybe feel one little drop of rain, and then nothing. The sky is just teasing you. It feels like it's going to rain, but it just won't commit. We have all been there. You're in a boring lecture or a long meeting, and your head starts to do that little nod thing. You're just about to drift off, and then you jerk awake. You're not really asleep, but you're not fully awake either. That in-between zone is 잠이 올 듯, 말 듯해. And hey, a quick but really important tip. This pattern itself is totally neutral. What makes your sentence polite or casual is just the very last verb. So, 날 듯, 말 듯해 is casual for friends. 날 듯, 말 듯해요 is your standard polite form. The main pattern doesn't change at all. All right, it is your turn. Time to put this new knowledge to the test. I'm going to give you a situation, and you try to come up with the Korean phrase. I'll even give you a hint. Ready? So, situation 1. You see a face you totally know, but their name is just gone. You can't quite remember it. The verb you want to use is 기억나다. How would you say it? Take a second. Did you get it? The answer is 기억이 날 듯 말 듯 해. The verb stem is 나, which ends in a vowel, so it becomes 날 듯 말 듯. Awesome. Okay, next one. Imagine you're at an arcade staring at one of those claw machines. The claw goes down, it closes around the teddy bear, it starts to lift it up. What do you say in that moment of suspense? The verb is 잡히다, which means to be caught. The answer is 잡힐 듯 말 듯해. The stem, 잡히, ends in a vowel, so you just add real 듯, 말 듯. It's the perfect way to say, oh, it's almost got it, it's almost got it. So let's do a quick recap. The core meaning is seeming to, but not quite. It's all about expressing that nuance of suspense and uncertainty. The top situations to use it are for memory, weather, and sleep. And a little pro tip on pronunciation, it all kind of flows together to sound like 내 말 듯. And that's a wrap on the almost expression. It's such a cool piece of grammar that adds so much color to your speaking. So, my final question for you is this. Now that you know the secret, where are you going to hear this phrase next? Maybe in a K drama or a song lyric? Keep your ears open for it.